it's Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to make an adorable bracelet? We'll be using this cute little owl charm and some beads in turquoise, and these were from the Soft Flex Company live sales, as well as some size 11 seed beads, just to add some spacing. I'll be using about 20 inches of Soft Flex wire, and I'm using the silver, and this is in the medium. You could use a turquoise or fluorite just to kind of highlight some of the beads. For this project, if you do not have the exact beads, as long as one of the beads will go through at least two strands of the medium soft flex wire, you can use it in your project. The 7 millimeter check glass fire polish that's available on softflexcompany.com is wonderful for that. So I will go ahead and leave a link down below for those 7 millimeter beads, as well as any other items I am using if they are still available. And also down below in the description, I will leave a link to all other bracelet inspiration tutorials and playlists. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. Let's start creating. So you just need your clasp, some jump rings, 2x2s, some beads, and 11 seed beads. So once you have your soft flex wire, we're just going to slide on one of our 2x2s. And we want it in the middle of our soft flex wire. On the opposite side of the soft flex, we're going to pass back through our 2x2. And this is going to create that little connection point that we're going to need to attach our clasp. We want to double check and make sure that it's in the middle. And this is completely up to you how big you want the loop to be. Once you have the size you are happy with, you're going to take your pliers and we're just going to give it a little smash. And then we can rotate. This will just give it a more professional finish. That is an optional step. Just because the placement of the beads. So once we have our 2x2 added on, let's open up our seed beads. And this is a great project. I know the holidays are coming up. It's a great project for a gift or to make if you're selling at a craft fair or if you have a vendor fair. Start creating our bracelet. We're going to use our size 11 seed beads as spacing. So I'm just going to pick up 2 seed beads. And what I love about the soft flex wire is it acts as a needle, so you don't have to pick up the little seed beads with your fingers. So we're just going to slide those down, and then we're going to add on a 4 millimeter, and this is like a turquoise matte AB finish. And then we're going to pick up one seed bead on each side. And you can do these with the 4 millimeters. They don't have to be rounds, they can be bitones. And you can also do a size larger. You can do a 5 millimeter. So just kind of play around with the different beads you have in your collection and see what projects you can make with it. So we're going to put on our little blue bead and then 2 more seed beads on each side. You can do the same style for a necklace if you want to. So this is what we should have so far. We have our little loop or connection point, 2 seed beads on each side of that 2x2, one of our little aqua beads, a gold bead, and 2 more seed beads. Now we're going to take our check glass bead, and sometimes this can be a little tricky to get them through, but we're going to pass both of our soft flex wires through that bead. If it's a little tricky to get them through, once they are kind of sticking out, you just grab your pliers and just give it a pull. It gives it a more complex design with basic bead stringing. So we're just going to repeat the pattern. We're going to pick up 2 beads on one side of our soft flex wire and 2 on the other. And what's nice about this project as well is you already have the loop for your connection point, so that just acts as a bead stopper. And then we're going to pick up 2 more seed beads. So we're just going to be repeating the pattern from our bracelet until we reach the end. So that's what it's going to look like. And with the little spacing here, it's optional. You can always add a jump ring and like a little tassel or a crystal. completely up to you. And you can do the same technique to make a multi-strand bracelet as well. Comment down below if you would like a tutorial on the multi-strand design. So we have our two seed beads, and then we're just going to add on our check glass. Just going to slide it in. So this is what the design of your bracelet should look like. And then we're just going to keep adding on the beads until we reach the desired length. And you can do different color seed beads if you want to, like you can alternate. Maybe if you have like a green seed bead, completely up to you. So we added on all the beads to our bracelet. We just want to make sure that there's no extra spacing. And then we added on the last set of beads. We're just going to add in our 2x2. And if you have soft flex wire left over on your project, be sure to save it. You'll always use it for another project. So we're going to slide on the 2x2 on one side of our soft flex wire. We're going to take the opposite side and do a little crisscross. And this is just going to make sure that we have the same loop and it's going to look the same way as when we started our little bracelet. And you can do the same thing for a necklace. I think I'm going to do that for a future tutorial. I think I'm going to make a lariat style. So once we have this little step here, doesn't matter what side of soft flex you use, we're just going to pass it back through our 2x2. And if this is a little tricky, you can always use a 3x3. So now we want to make sure that our loops are fairly the same size. This is going to be our connection points. And then we're just going to take our pliers and give it a little smash. Now you can choose to round it and give it that more professional finish, but due to the placement of the beads, you don't want to damage any of the beads. So we're going to trim the extra soft flex wire. Be very careful not to cut your little loop. Save our soft flex wire. And we have our beautiful little bracelet. Now we're going to attach our cute little owl. We're going to need our jump rings and a clasp of your choice. I am using the lobster claw. So when we open jump rings, we're just going to gently twist side to side, and then we're going to attach the owl. Give it a close. And with the loops on each side, we could use this as the connection point for the lobster claw, but I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to a jump ring. And by attaching them to jump rings, this also extends the length of your bracelet or your project. So you can always alter it if you need to make it longer without having to restring the project. And then I'm going to add two jump rings on this side. So I'm going to attach my first one, and then I'm going to attach my little owl charm, and then add on my last little jump ring. And you can make your own jump rings out of soft flex craft wire as well if you wanted it to match the beads that you're using in the project. So we have our adorable little check glass and owl bracelet in a turquoise color. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And check out down below in the description for all other bracelet inspiration and products used in this video. Have an awesome day.